Most people lose tens of thousands of dollars when trying to buy and sell a house at the same time just because they don't have an actual plan. If you're worried about being homeless or making sure you get the absolute top dollar for your home and making sure that this process will actually be stress-free, then please watch this video. Real quick, if we haven't met, I'm Demyan Trofimovich with eXp Realty and Trofimovich Group, ranked in the top 100 agents in the entire state of Minnesota. And I've helped countless of homeowners buy and sell at the same time without losing sleep, losing money. And here's the exact 3-step process that I use. And why is this process important? Well, since meeting many sellers over and over, year after year, I've noticed there's 3 things that every seller wants. 1, they want to get the most amount of money possible for their property. Of course, there are rare occasions where somebody might want a cash offer, they need to sell quick, maybe in distress, whatever it is. But most folks, just like you, I assume, will want to make the most money possible in their sale. The second thing, a lot of sellers, they want to control their terms, they want to control their timelines. And 3, just as important as the other 2, is having this process to be stress-free. So the first step of the process is figuring out which buying and selling strategy you want to go with and commit to it. Before you do anything, ask yourself, do you want to list your house first, and then when you get that offer, extend the closing date so you have enough time to find the next house? Or do you find a house first and write an offer contingent on listing your house for sale? Or do you list first and put a contingency in place that it's all contingent on you finding the next house? Or do you use a bridge loan, HELOC loan, so this way you can write non-contingent offers by utilizing the equity that you have in your current house? There's so many ways to go about it, and that's why it's so important when I sit down with a potential seller, we talk about their situation, their specific situation. Everybody's doing something different, everybody's got different risk tolerance, and that's why it's so important to go deep first. Understand the situation, understand what's the main goal, understand, do you have to downsize or upsize? Are you looking at new construction? There's so many variables that go into it that we have to talk those things through together and decide what is the best game plan for you. The second step is the home prep. I can't emphasize enough how important the home prep process is, making sure that by the time your house goes on the market, we already won. There's so many things you can do in the home prep process. And again, this is where you have to be strategic. What is the most important thing that we need to do in your house based on the price point where you at, based on the demand, based on the competition? We have to take all of this into account. So a big part of getting your house ready is walking through entire property room by room and figuring out a game plan together. This is something I do for all my clients. I'll take pictures of every room. I'll say, hey, this can stay, this needs to go, in this room we need to do this, in this area we need to do this. Here's all my suggestions. You get to choose what you want to do based on how much money you have, time, and everything else. All I'm here to do is just advise my clients on what can help them sell their house for more and at a faster speed. Just recently, I helped my clients buy and sell at the same time, and what we did is I toured their property and we had to change the entire carpet, we had to repaint the whole house, and when I spoke with them about what needed to be done, I know right away there was hesitation. But then I told them, based on my experience, I know this is what's going to put us in the best position to sell for more. That way that will give them more flexibility than to go and find their house at a higher price, right? So this is exactly what happened here. We sold their house first week on the market, 15 grand over list price. At that same time, that same weekend, we went and wrote an offer on another property. We negotiated crazy amount of the list price, got the closing costs covered, got a bunch of repairs handled during inspection, and we closed on the same time. This was like the best of the best situation scenario, and it happens more often than you think. Now in this video, I'm not gonna go in depth about the actual marketing pieces, what we do to market the property. I just want to focus on the things that you as a seller can control and do to get your house ready and put yourself in the best position to get top dollar. Now the third thing, when you're buying and selling at the same time, it's controlling your terms, controlling the contingencies. Just because we have an amazing offer, that doesn't mean that this purchase agreement is secure, meaning buyer can walk away at any time. This is why when the purchase agreement comes in, you want to review everything thoroughly, and as a seller, you're in control to counter it however you want, right? And there's things we want to look into it. Maybe right up front when you get an offer on your house, we can tell before even the offer comes in, say, hey, we need this contingency in there, that this purchase agreement is contingent on the seller finding the next property within a certain amount of days. And in the event that we don't find a house, this purchase agreement can be canceled with earnest money going back to buyer and seller staying where they are. This is an awesome contingency we use if somebody wants to list their house, contingent on them finding the next house. That way, in the event that they don't find, they don't go homeless. And this way, we at least least lock in a buyer for a place. You know exactly how much you're selling your house for, instead of writing contingent offers first and then listing your house and working backwards. Some other things that we can do is negotiate rent back. What this means is when an offer comes in your house, we can say, hey, yeah, we can close in 30 days, but we need extra 2 months to stay in the house while we're looking for a new house. This way, closing gets done, buyer's happy, and then you have 2 months still to stay in your house while you're looking for another house. So these are 3 important steps that we really have to nail to make sure that everything goes as smooth as possible. And now don't get me wrong, things can happen throughout that transaction, but if you start with picking the right strategy, sticking to it, and then we do the right things as far as getting your house ready for sale, as far as home prep goes, and 3, we negotiate amazing price but also important contingencies in the purchase agreement on both sides, that's how you set yourself up for success to net more, control the terms, and make the process stress-free. So I hope this video helps. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments, and of course hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.